Never before in my lifetime has there been a crisis this large that it causes a worldwide shutdown. Experts are saying that this is a one-in-a-generational event, one-in-a-generational crisis. This is something that no one in history has ever experienced, and we're living through it right now. Absolutely insane. Is this real life right now? Every single country in some way is being impacted by this global pandemic, and it's having a huge effect on the global economy. I mean, the world as we know it is changing forever. So many businesses have to shut down, some for good, and millions of people across the globe are currently experiencing unemployment as a result. The Canadian government is offering money to Canadians who lost their jobs due to the pandemic, but not everyone is that lucky. I know the states, they're being helped out a lot as well. Countries are doing their part, but it's a really hard financial time. What's happening, you guys? I'm your host for this one, Landon. Do not come within 6 feet of me. Make sure you guys are social distancing, and welcome back to another most amazing top 10 video. This is obviously a hard time for a lot of people, so this is why I'm trying to give back as much as possible. I'm trying to do my part. We're at home still filming videos. Our studio has been shut down. I've allowed everyone to work from home, but we're giving away a total of $5,000 right now. Head over to my Instagram at Landon Productions. Look for this image right here. This is the newest image for the contest to give away. Make sure you guys tell me what else I should give away as well. Week 1, we gave away $500 to a lucky winner. It went to a teacher, and she's actually still teaching at home. And then for week 2, we gave away a Nintendo Switch. So let me know what else I should be giving away to you guys to keep you guys as entertained at home. All right, let's get right into this one. This is the top 10 scary times jobs were lost to the virus. And let me know in the comment section below, guys, where did you guys work? And tell me if you guys lost your job, or where do you live and what things have closed down around you. So starting off this list off, number 10 is sports stadium employees. The NBA and the NHL have both put their current seasons on hold indefinitely while social distancing remains crucial. While this means that players are not on the field, the people that these delays will hurt the most are those who were hired to serve foods and drinks, sell tickets in the arena, control the lights, sounds, and everything else that goes on running live sporting events. A lot of the behind the scenes people that make it happen, the important people. Each of these games brings in tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands, or if not millions of dollars, and right now that money is not being made, which means a lot of these employees are not being paid. Following up at number 9, we have cruise ship employees. The luxury Diamond Princess cruise ship was hit with a huge outbreak of COVID-19, reporting at least 634 confirmed cases and 2 deaths amongst guests and staff. This outbreak is obviously hitting the cruise ship industry as the pandemic continues, but I have a feeling that this is going to have a massive long-term impact on the popularity of cruises. A lot of people are hearing about these stories, and cruises, it's not really that popular amongst, the younger people, and this is going to hurt it even more. I'm sure a lot of people don't want to be contained in a vessel, especially after knowing how quickly viruses can spread on cruise ships now. So I feel like the industry is going to show a steady decline of reservations. This is going to negatively affect the jobs of the entertainment staff, food staff, and all the other staff on board these ships. In addition to customer service agents and travel agents who make and manage the bookings, the cruise ship industry currently creates $53 billion of the US economy each year, but I won't be surprised if these numbers dwindle soon, just plummet. Next up, number 8, we have flight attendants. Due to the number of people who are canceling trips and the countries who have closed their borders in response to the virus, a lot of these airlines are faced with having to cut costs of laying off employees. Even Canada's biggest airline, Air Canada, well, they have laid off over 5,000 flight attendants. Apparently these layoffs are only temporary, and it's estimated to last up until the end, well, some are saying the end of April, but other sources are saying the end of July or even August, which to me, that is a long time. Let's move on this list. Number 7, we have the automotive factory workers. General Motors, Ford, Fiat, Chrysler have all announced that they're going to be closing all of their factories in North America until at least another month, and they're going to go on a week-by-week basis. But honestly, the way things are going, it's going to be a very long time when things open up. Experts aren't quite sure when that should be. Right now, the safest thing to do is just to close up shop, practice social distancing, and we have to try to bounce back the economy when this whole thing is over with. The scary part is, experts are actually saying that we might have to go on lockdown again next year. So we might have to go through phases with this. It may not be over once this lockout is done, maybe at the end of the summer. Taking number 6 slot today, we have all areas of real estate, landlords, real estate agents, Airbnb hosts. I know I'm being affected on my birthday. This is my 30th birthday. This is the big 3-0, guys. And I rented an Airbnb for June. I haven't canceled it yet because I'm pretty sure I'm allowed to cancel it last minute. I'm playing it day by day, hour by hour. Sometimes it feels like. It's most likely I'm going to have to cancel it because social distancing is still going to be a thing, but I'm going to keep it there just in case. And also because of this, there's been fewer showings. I have a buddy who's trying to find a place to rent. They really need a place to live, but right now there's no real estate agent willing to show places, or people living in the current homes, they're not willing for other people to come into their homes, which is very understandable. Airbnb hosts are experiencing long stretches of vacancies. In the city of New York, it's estimated that real estate agents will lose up to 20% of their listings just because of this. Our middle slot today at number 5 goes to hotel workers. On a similar note, hotels are experiencing a huge lack of bookings. Roughly 75% of New York hotels are currently empty and may continue to be that way until June. New York City is the busiest city in USA and one of the biggest in the world, and right now they're having a lot of cases come up. They've become the epicenter for COVID-19, so I can imagine how big the hotel industry is being hit, and this might be one of the rumors why President Donald Trump wanted to open up America for Easter, because New York City is being hit. We all know President Donald Trump has a lot of real estate in New York. Number 4, restaurant employees. I mean, at this point, what is even open? And just today in Canada, they've just announced they're cutting back on what is deemed essential businesses, so a lot more places are closing down. People working in restaurants and food industry are without a doubt some of the most impacted by this pandemic. Many restaurants all over the world are being ordered to shut down their dine-in services and leaving only takeout, drive-through, and delivery services available. But a lot of these places, they can't survive with only that, so they have to close down forever. Next up, number 3, we have film workers. A lot of movies and television productions have been put on hold while the world deals with this pandemic. Actors like Tom Hanks and Idris Elba have both tested positive. Tom Hanks was on movie set Down Under. He was in Australia. He's finally been able to fly home. Other productions are shutting down out of cautious or because a crew member shows symptoms or was tested positive. So everything like Hollywood is just shut down. Netflix is probably profiting a lot right now, but I'm sure Netflix had to scale back in some way or another because there has to be a lot of people maintaining just the back ends of Netflix. Taking the second spot today, we have retail stores. I mean, most of these, I guess you can say, are non-essential. Essential to me just sounds like food, baby food, maybe a pet store has to be open, anything that sells food or water or drinks. And retail stores to me just have like clothing or appliances. It's not really day-to-day essential living. Well, some of you guys will argue that. With ongoing closures of non-essential businesses, millions, I'm talking millions of retail workers are experiencing job losses right now. This is the biggest job losses in the world we've ever experienced. A lot of companies try to stay open as long as possible, but due to the increasing urgency of the pandemic and pressure from the public, many clothing, makeup, jewelry, sports, and other stores have decided to close their doors. Many are forced to close their doors now. Some of them, such as Urban Outfitters and Nike, have promised to still pay their workers for at least 2 weeks, but we're slowly learning that this closure is going to be a lot longer than 2 weeks, but the future is uncertain after those weeks are up, and dozens of these other stores have made no promises. In-store sales account for nearly 75% of purchases for many retailers, and now even ordering things online, people aren't really doing that anymore because the mail is just so delayed. I really respect Amazon for what they're doing right now. They're only putting priority in things that are essential. It's funny to see like what you're ordering and what comes sooner and what comes later. I ordered a toy for baby Olivia and apparently that came sooner. A change table, that came sooner. I ordered some other like play mats, that didn't come. I think it's coming like end of May, so I have to wait a couple months for that, so that's not deemed essential. I'm trying to order some protein powder. I built a home gym at my house. Apparently that's not deemed essential. So it's interesting to see what Amazon is deeming essential and what they aren't. Finally, number 1, we have conventions and festival employees. Due to the high risk of transmission out these huge gatherings, many of them have just shut down. Coachella is a really big event. They've been postponed. postponed. A lot of these events are postponed. These events employ hundreds, if not thousands of employees. So many people involved in making this possible, well, they no longer have a job right now. And a lot of sources are saying, well, sporting events, they're going to be closed for a very long time. This could actually mean the NBA, the NHL, the MLB, a lot of these major leagues, it's just going to be canceled for the year. There's going to be no champions this year. It's absolutely insane that the world is changing. And when we come out of this, everything is going to be so different. Even right now, I go out and I get gas. It's so cheap. The world is just totally different. Well, there you guys have it. That was the top 10 scary jobs that were lost to the virus. Let me know if you guys lost your jobs. What did you guys do for a living? I feel so terribly sorry for you guys who lost your jobs, and for millions of people out there who lost their jobs. If companies aren't open, they're not paying for advertisements, which means we've taken a massive hit to our income, and we're trying to just keep positive vibes over here. So thank you guys so much for watching. Thanks for getting to the end of this video. If you did, just put in the comment section below #TheEnd. I just want to see all the loyal fan base out there, and make sure you guys are trying to keep as sane as possible through this time. And of course, make sure you wash your hands.